say no. These emotions that you hold give you no control. You're on autopilot, taking you where you need to go.
Alright everyone, what is up here today? YouTube, Jigsaw0097. The day is here, guys. The day is here. I cannot believe it. The season is basically over. I remember the beginning of this season, we were talking about how the Eagles had one of the best chances to get to the Super Bowl. Heck, I even made a hype video for this. You know, I remember watching Deshaun Jackson run out of the tunnel against the Washington Redskins and how amazing and invigorating that was. But that all feels like a dream now, guys. It all feels like a dream because the 2019 season is over and the 2020 Super Bowl is about to commence between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. So I wanted to just give my brief preview video for that game, as well as reflect on the Eagles season overall. Just a quick summary about the Eagles, though. This video is really going to be about the Chiefs and the 49ers and these two games that happened today, which I briefly glanced at. I didn't really watch a lot of football today. I spent it with friends and family. But what I did watch is, as you guys may or may not know, I don't know if I discussed on this channel, I was rooting hard for the Titans. I was a pretty big Tannehill fan after what he did to the Patriots, and then especially after what he did to the Ravens. That was amazing, shutting down Lamar Jackson like that, because the Ravens were my Super Bowl winner pick when the season was about at the midway point. I just couldn't see a team defeating them, but got to give the Titans some credit with Derrick Henry and that defense. They shut Lamar down and they found a way to win. So they beat two teams that were considered Super Bowl contenders, the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. So I was rooting heavily for them to keep going, you know. I was actually rooting for them to beat the Chiefs because for some reason, Ryan Tannehill, you know, that whole team, you know, Mike Grable, they just had the underdog mentality. Derrick Henry, it felt like the 2017 Eagles to me. And, you know, I got to root for the underdogs now because it's just more fun. That's one of the things that I love about sports is that, especially the NFL, is that every year is really different and you have no clue who's going to rise and who's going to fall. I mean, even the 49ers getting to the Super Bowl this year is something nobody probably would have predicted at the beginning of the 2019 season. You know, a lot of people, myself included, predict they would be good, but no one could see this coming. So that's kind of what happens in the NFL. So I got to give the Titans credit too, because they fought like hell, but they just fell short in this game. You know, Andy Reid and the Chiefs, they are a force to be reckoned with. You know, Patty Mahomes, I gotta tip my Philadelphia hat to him. He has now done what Carson Wentz has not, which is get the team to a Super Bowl with an entire season behind his belt. You know, and this is not to throw shade on Wentz. This is just something that Wentz has yet to do, which I think he is very capable of doing if the Eagles can move in this direction. You know, maybe learn from Andy Reid and the Chiefs. And you know, they already brought in Doug Peterson, who came from the Chiefs, so it's like that blueprint works, guys. It works. The Eagles were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and now the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. So the Andy Reid coaching tree is a fantastic coaching tree to be from. And, you know, the Chiefs deserve to be in the Super Bowl. They deserve it, you know. And I tip my hat to the Titans as well. You guys put up a hell of a fight. If you're a Titans fan out there, do not feel bad about this season. This was great. You guys did, it was a 9-7 record, and you guys did phenomenally in the playoffs. There was a lot of people rooting for you. Believe me, I have a lot of friends that were rooting for the Titans that weren't even Titans fans. So congrats to them for fighting hard, and congrats to the Chiefs. Now we go to the other side, which is the Packers and the 49ers. And normally I'm pretty kind with the Packers because they help me a lot, you know. They beat the Redskins when I need them to. They beat the Giants when I need them to. They beat the Cowboys when I need them to, you know. Heck, they even beat the Seahawks when I need them to. But this time, you know, I wasn't really against the 49ers in this game, but dude, what up? What happened in this game, guys? I mean, the Packers did not come to play. This reminded me of the Eagles versus the Vikings, you know. They came in and they laid a dud on the field. You know, it was a little different with the Vikings because the Vikings scored first and everyone was like freaking out, and then it was just all Eagles from there on. But with this game, it was like the 49ers just had a fantastic run game. You know, I got to give Shanahan credit for coming up with that run game, because I think Garoppolo threw like 8 passes for 77 yards or something like that, something ridiculous. He didn't do, like, again, we really don't know who Garoppolo is, and I even thought about it, like, they may just win the Super Bowl in spite of him. He could probably go down in this Super Bowl and they could still have a chance to win. So I tip my hat to the 49ers, but the Packers failed. You know, I give them no credit. They leave this game with more question marks than answers for next season. You know, Aaron Rodgers is probably the only thing that's constant on this team. Mike McCarthy is now in Dallas. And I don't know. You know, I still give them credit for doing what they did. You know, a first-year head coach getting to the NFC Championship. But I don't know what happened this game. I mean, the Niners can't be that good. I just refuse to think that the Niners are that good where, like, nobody can beat them. I mean, the Seahawks beat them. So I don't know, man. Matt LaFleur and the Packers laid a dud. That's really what happened. They came in, they saw, they failed, and now we move on to the 49ers and the Chiefs hosting. Well, not hosting. Miami is hosting, but the Chiefs and the 49ers are going to be playing in Super Bowl 54. And it's going to be a good game. It's going to be much better than last year's Super Bowl, which in my opinion was the worst Super Bowl that was ever. It was the worst. I mean, it was pitiful. 3 points. The Patriots win with 13 points. Like, I feel like any other NFC team other than the Rams could have beat the Patriots. They get so lucky. Luckily, the Patriots did end up winning that Super Bowl, because it's going to be tough sailing for them from here on out. Sorry. But yeah, just to give a quick preview of this, I think that I don't really know who's going to win, but I'm going to be going for the Chiefs, obviously, because, you know, I'm not going to root for the freaking Niners over Andy Reid. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do that. I have a lot of friends that are 49ers fans, but I've never really liked the 49ers. I've realized over the years that I just hated Colin Kaepernick the most, but I still don't really like their organization. I don't like their colors. You know, Steve Young, he was cool, but I just never liked the Niners. You know, it's not my cup of tea. And to be real, the Chiefs aren't either. I don't like the way they look. I just don't really like red teams. I think that if the red is too bright, it's just not my thing. So it's going to be a Super Bowl that I'm rooting for just based on merit alone, and the fact that, you know, Andy Reid, he does deserve a Super Bowl. Am I bitter that he didn't win one with the Eagles? Heck yes, I am. The Eagles would have had 2 Super Bowls over Tom Brady if he would have beat them. But, you know, it is what it is. And Andy Reid still brought playoff football to Philadelphia for at least a decade. You know, Brian Dawkins and all that fun of that. He drafted Nick Foles. You know, he told Doug Peterson to come coach for the Eagles, which resulted in a Super Bowl. So Andy Reid's always had the Eagles' backs. I mean, I know he's talked down to the fans in the past. That's been one of his big complaints, but, you know, I still respect the guy. I always will respect the guy. So I'm going to be rooting for him. And, you know, if Pat Mahomes wins the Super Bowl, you know, like I said, that's something that he will have done that Carson Wentz has not done. And, you know, it's going to be tough to see Andy Reid win a Super Bowl that's not with the Eagles. You know, when we have this Carson Wentz promise every year, and it just doesn't happen. You know, the Eagles did win a Super Bowl. Thank goodness. It's so hard to do in this league, and I'm glad that I got to witness that. But I don't know how long it's going to take before they win another one, even though I do think Carson Wentz is capable of being a championship quarterback, given the right situation. He needs talent. He needs medical staff. You know, that's a rant for another day. The Eagles need a million things at this point, but the Chiefs worked really hard for this. They've been kind of sniffing this for at least 5 years, you know. The Titans did them a solid. They finally swept New England out of the way, which was always Andy Reid's kryptonite. You just can't beat New England. That's just how he's always been. And now he gets to be in a Super Bowl. So I'm going to be rooting for the Chiefs in this one, guys. But I don't really have any score predictions. I'm not going to do that for the Super Bowl because I don't really care about the outcome that much. I just want to watch this game because I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good Super Bowl. It's going to be a high-powered offense versus a very tough defense in San Francisco, and, you know, Shanahan versus Reid. It's going to be a showdown, guys. So that's really all I have to say. Just wanted to give my video, my thoughts on the Super Bowl. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who do you like? Who do you don't like? Who do you not like? Whatever you guys think, I'd like to hear down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I do make Eagles videos and NFL videos like this when I feel the need. But to all my returning viewers, thank you so much for subscribing, and also make sure that you are subscribed, as YouTube's algorithm likes to unsubscribe people for no reason at all, and really. So I'd appreciate that. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Jigsaw0097. I will talk to you all later. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell and you give a thumbs up. Thank you, guys.
You got me all mixed up, girl. You got me all torn down.